Good morning. It is April 15th today, and we're on day 24 of 24, day 24 in Cambodia of driving my little cheap $100 bicycle across Cambodia. First it was Vietnam, now it's Cambodia. And as we get closer to the border, I guess I just keep on going. I figure I'd just go on right through the border, since these are the last days I have coming up in Cambodia, and just continuing along the coast all the way through Thailand. Um, yeah, so that's the plan. As you can see, I haven't disassembled my tent yet. It's going on 10 o'clock. It's 9:54 right now, and yeah, so I'm on the junction of the 5 South, where it meets up with the 151 going westbound, but then the 151 takes like a 90-degree angle going south, and it goes down to a little town called Khas Krala, which is about 22 kilometers from here, and then it goes into the back roads. So that's the plan today. Just start pedaling along, and I should be getting into, I think, more country, which is cool. The storm last night was very hard yesterday, very, very hard. But after I sat out, sat through it over at the pagoda for quite a few hours, I left at a good time. It eased up, and it only sprinkled a little after that. So last night was actually a fairly good night. It didn't rain real hard like it did during the day, and I got plenty of sleep. As you can see that I'm waking up later, so that must have meant I've slept pretty good. So yeah, that looks like really that's the plan for the night. No one bothered me last night. People were doing stuff out in the fields out here. I don't know whether they're looking what type of little animal that they might have been looking for, like was it mudfish or whatever it might have been. But yeah, there's several people because there's like a little bit of right behind me, there's uh, like a canal, a mud canal. So they're probably back there looking for mudfish or something. I don't know. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and pack up my stuff. I'm still hanging from the tree, and I'm gonna hit the road. All right, guys. Hello. Hobo. Yeah, I stopped to get some groceries, some oranges, some drinks, some potato chips, and I'm gonna actually be going down this way. This is the turn in the road. I came from this direction here, and I'll be going down that way. But I had to stop and get something to eat, and I saw them playing with the squirt guns. So. So I've seen these plants and I was wondering what they were, because most of them have leaves of 3 and leaves of 3, let it be, but they grow everywhere out here. I guess they're called jatropha, or here in Cambodia they're called long kawang. They have promising, they're a drought resistant plant. They're highly toxic, so like 2 seeds could actually kill you if you ate them raw, but you can roast them and eat them in small amounts. I probably wouldn't, just because it doesn't get rid of all the toxicity, just enough to actually consume them. But they're not a food crop, so that's not what they're used for. They have promises for being a biodiesel fuel, so a biofuel. So it's just, I guess it's not being utilized right now because there's technology gaps and stuff like this. Like I said, I learn these things as I go along. I saw it and it looked like poison oak to me, so I googled it, and the old saying in the woods is leaves of 3, let it be, and it does have leaves of 3 on some of them, but also they also have leaves of 5, so that almost looks like a fig plant. So, but this is probably a grown one right here, which it is, I think. They grow, they're shrubs and they grow pretty high. Anyway, I just thought that was interesting, so I thought I would share it. But yeah, you can see that they grow everywhere, and they're in blossom right now with the little fruit and everything. All right, I'm going that way on the road. Hello, kids. Hello, how you kids doing? Happy New Year. Hello. Well, I found a nice little spot right here in the shade just to pull over and have my drink, my snack, and all that stuff. Believe it or not, sometimes like the smallest thing becomes the most useful. Like this little sack right here. This sack I found on the ground, and it was clean enough for me to actually go ahead and pick up, and I've used it under my, I've used it for sitting on, I've used it for sitting on, I used it under my hammock for when I wake up and need to go use the restroom or something. I have a little mat to stand on without worrying about what's on the ground. Yeah, it's just plastic woven sack that they carry everything around in, like I don't know, it's a multi-purpose sack they use around here. Yeah, so it's beautiful out here right now with the sky, and look at those clouds. Those are just screaming rain later. But yeah, nice blue sky here. Anyway, I don't know what time it is. I'll give it a real quick time. It's 2:15 right now. I don't know quite how many kilometers I did or anything like that. I'll look it up later. All right, guys. So I'm on the back roads now. If you look, I just got off the main paved road, which is right past them dogs down there where the house is. That's actually, this is where Google Maps starts falling apart. So not sure how well you might be able to see that. So this road is non-existent. This one Google Maps is right about. So that one, the north to south one, is this one, which I'm on. Now Google Maps could be, and the crossroad Google Map has is right where that house is. It has one section going through the house area and another section that just goes off into a field where a road has never existed. So yeah, like I said, this is where it starts falling apart. So I can get back on there's a secondary road that I can take. It'll add quite a few kilometers to my trip. And I can also go down this way and see if Google Maps might just be off on the positioning of the road. And there is one, it's just farther down this way. So I'm going to go down, see if I can locate it. And if I can't, then back to the paved road. Well, they got me again with the water and the wet and the baby powder. All over me. Luckily, I saw him coming, so luckily I saw him coming, so I put everything in a bag. So, hey, it's nice on a hot day. I know how they celebrate the New Year's. They all stand out in the street and they hit passersby with water and baby powder. So this thing's been locked up in a plastic bag the whole time, but sometimes you see something so beautiful, you just got to stop and take a picture of it like this. Hello! Hello. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's a little long. Not too bad. Right now, I don't have much of a choice what I'm doing. In my face. I'm just pacing out some trees right now. This is the only thing I saw along the way. So I just hit the national highway right there. I can't remember which number it is. I'd have to look at the maps. It's not on Google Maps. It's on organic maps. But when I got to the turnoff, it's paved. It's right there. So that's it right there. Let me see what it is real quick. Okay, I looked. It's National Highway 10. Anyway, the back roads that I was on, they got all muddy and wet and stuff. I'm wet. It looks like something's moving in. I've been watching the clouds all day. And we're more up against the mountains right now. So the mountains are going to have a microclimate effect anyway. So I'm going to prepare for rain tonight. And I'm going to choose these trees are 7 paces, which is about perfect, right? So that tree and this tree right here. And this is the field I'm going to be in. Do a quick spin. And I got to get out of these wet clothes. I saw one farmer, by the way. I saw one farmer. He's with his cows, but it doesn't mean that this is his property. They free graze a lot around here. Well, in Vietnam too. And anyway, I'm going to string up my hammock before it's dark. Time-wise, it is 5:57, so I don't know, 20 minutes before dark. All right, bye. All right, before I say goodnight, guys, I just want to show you that I got my it's pretty well dark already. Low light setting is on. My Hennessy hammock here in this nice, beautiful, peaceful field. Yeah, I'm so blessed to actually have this one because I have a tendency to actually, even though I know I should be looking and trying to find camp like a minimum of 2 hours before, I don't. I have a bad thing about keeping pushing, but I'm using my bike again. That seems really to be good. We used to call it porch mode, is when we take our walking canes and stick them underneath here to give you more height, because usually this is always pinned down into the ground over here, kind of like I have on this side. I staked this one down. I just made the stake real quick off of just out of a stick, and I batoned it in with another thicker stick, so it's in there fairly good. I don't think wind will happen, but I'm planning on some rain. There's nothing worse than having no tarp and then all of a sudden it starts sprinkling on you at night. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and start cooking some dinner, guys. I got some top ramen and stuff like that. I got plenty of water. The night's over. And I'm gonna say, my face, this gets me every time. I'm gonna say goodnight, y'all, and I'll throw this video together, and that'll be 2 built up, and I might not even find a spot until I get across the border into Thailand, and then Thailand's gonna be a whole new video set. So it's gonna be a cheap bicycle across Thailand. But Thailand's just going to be the southern route. I'm going to hug the beach all the way down to the border down there. Yeah, I've never explored that area, so that's what my plans are. But you know me and plans, whatever I see in the morning, I change it for the evening. So, all right, guys, peace out, and I'll see you tomorrow.